Child Players ACT is a family-run children's community theatre company based here in Canberra, and they have an upcoming performance of Pirates of Penzance, which launches next week. To tell us a little bit more about that, we have Georgia Pike-Roney on the phone. Hello, Georgia.
Hi, thanks for having us on.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you for coming on Sunday Brunch this morning. Georgia, tell me a little bit about Child Players ACT for people at home who maybe haven't heard of it before.
Absolutely. Child Players ACT is a long-running children's theatre company here in Canberra, and it's definitely a family affair. It was founded by artistic director BJ Anyos, who also works at Questacon as one of the excited particles. So it has a really fantastic educational format. And I've been collaborating with BJ now for, close to 15 years, perhaps, creating musicals together. But I work with BJ because Child Players ACT has a very firm philosophy of theatre making, which is all about ensuring that every child has a really positive experience and they learn all about how to support each other just as much as how to perform in the theatre for an audience. So it's a really positive atmosphere. And they do some really beautiful adaptations of classic children's stories. That's the stuff that BJ's best known for. And so I was so thrilled that she was happy to collaborate with myself and my colleague Susan West to put on Pirates of Penzance for more a teen-aged company for this one, yeah.
Right. You've touched on it a little bit just now, but what are some of the benefits of theatre for young people?
Oh, there are so many benefits of theatre for young people, and one of the things that we ensure is that we don't audition students, so anyone who wants to come and be part of our productions is able to, because it's so beneficial for students. For children and young people, basically it can really help them to build identity, confidence, group working skills, collaboration. I mean, what doesn't a benefit in theatre? I mean, you just get so many benefits. It's really fantastic for mental health and well-being as well, which young people really need, don't all of us, after the last few years. So it's been really lovely with this cast. I think we've all benefited, and the truth is we benefit too as the production team.
Right. Tell us a little bit about the cast and about your next performance.
Absolutely. We've got a brilliant cast of 25 young people, aged 10 years old through to 23. So it's a fabulous group with all sorts of different levels of expertise and background. Some have never been on stage before. Some have done a lot. So it's a really lovely, diverse cast in that sense. Our production's a little different because they are on stage pretty much the entire time, and we've set it up so that it's like they're a ship that's becalmed at sea, and what do sailors do to fill the time? They put on a show. So they're putting on a performance of Pirates of Penzance. So many of them play multiple characters, and that's been a really fun thing. So we have some kids playing 3 characters, and It's just really great fun. Yeah,
it sounds like fun. It also sounds like a little bit of a logistical, maybe not nightmare, but challenge, let's say.
It absolutely is.
Yes. Tell me how you're navigating that.
Well, I am the master of the complicated spreadsheet, I must say, and I created a spreadsheet for the kids that actually showed their character map throughout the show, because some of them, as I say, are playing all these different characters. But we've just been rehearsing really, really intensively, and twice a week. Every Sunday we do a 5-hour rehearsal, and they're so quick. I mean, the one thing BJ and I share is an appreciation for how quick young people can be, much faster than us adults. Right. So really their only limitation in terms of how much they can learn is how prepared we are. If I have things prepared, they learn it. They're like sponges. And the best thing is with theatre like this, they're only there because they want to be there. So you have a whole group of people who are very dedicated, very passionate about theatre. So it makes it just a dream. It's really easy to work with them. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You've mentioned a 5-hour rehearsal. I think I heard that correctly.
You did, yes.
That seems like a lot. I'm surprised by that kind of 5-hour commitment. How long does it typically take to get ready for a show like this? Is a 5-hour weekly rehearsal sort of typical, or is that a little more or a little less than usual?
That's pretty typical for a Sunday rehearsal, but usually with younger students, you maybe only do one rehearsal a week.
Mm-hmm.
But because we've got slightly older students, we've been working twice a week. So Thursdays we do a 3-hour rehearsal, which was mostly singing. And then on Sundays we do a 5-hour rehearsal, which is learning dances and what we call blocking. So that's where everyone's standing on the stage. But the truth is the time flies because basically you're having fun.
Yeah.
It's called a play for a reason. I mean, it's just so much fun. So the time flies, and by the end, I mean, they're exhausted, but they've had a great time.
But happy.
Well, so. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. You're listening to Sunday Brunch with me, Kate Medina, and my guest at the moment is Georgia Pike-Roney from Child Players ACT, and she's talking about an upcoming performance of Pirates of Penzance, which is launching next week. Georgia, tell me about the media call that you're holding in a couple of days' time.
Absolutely. It just so happens, very nicely, that Tuesday the 19th of September is International Talk Like a Pirate Day.
Oh.
So we thought, what a good reason to promote the show and also to promote a bit of fun. I mean, we could all do with a bit more fun. And the Pirates of Penzance, that whole story is really lampooning English imperialism, really. And it's a great chance to send up our own history a little bit and just realise that we all need a chance to sing and to have fun. Our opening night on Friday the 22nd of September, so Friday next week, everyone's invited to dress up like a pirate in the audience. The audience even gets a line. They get to say "R."
Oh.
So on Tuesday we've got a little media call just from 12:30 to 3:30 if anyone wants to come along. But the performances are from Friday the 22nd till Sunday the 24th, and then we're performing again Wednesday 27th to Friday 29th.
Oh,
but it's a great opportunity to come along. We invite anyone to dress like a pirate for any of the performances. It's really like coming into the theatre is like coming into the ship. That's how we designed the set. So everyone hopefully will be in the world of the pirates as soon as they enter the theatre. So it'll be great fun.
Yes, and the media call on the 19th of September, what's happening at that media call?
So at that media call, some of the cast members who are allowed out of school, because it's still a school week, and some of them are out of school already anyway, but the ones who are allowed out of school are going to be here, and we're going to run a couple of the songs, and we might even run a little bit of a scene. We've got some fantastic kids. We've got a 12-year-old playing the Major General. We have some fantastic 15-year-olds playing some of the other big parts. We've got a great chorus of police and daughters, so we'll be showing a few of our numbers off. And, of course, everyone can see the set, which looks incredible. It's really useful being married to a sculptor and builder, and that's my husband, Martin Rowney. So, as we said, this is a family affair. Everyone gets dragged into it. My stepson has been lugging bits of set for days, and this is what happens. So people can see the set and see the kids do their thing.
Definitely. Georgia, I have to ask, have you been practicing your pirate accent? Can you talk like a pirate ahead of International Talk Like a Pirate Day?
Can I talk like a pirate? Absolutely I can, yes. I do love an accent. And the truth is the Cornish accent, so that the whole Pirates of Penzance is actually set in Cornwall, on the Cornish coast. And actually that's sort of the accent that you hear pirates speaking in. It has that little bit of the Southern England twang. So that's actually where we hear that piratey accent come from, is from that area,
right.
Which is kind of fabulous. So,
yes.
So any of that sort of country English sound is the kind of thing that you hear in piratical speak. But really the most important one is R. And I encourage everyone to do an R on Talk Like a Pirate Day and then come along to Pirates of Penzance. I will just add, we have been trying to put on this production since March 2020. And so I'd really encourage people to come along because some of these cast members have actually been from that original time that we tried to put it on. So it's been cancelled like 3 times. And so they're stuck with it and we're finally getting it on stage.
Oh, indeed. Well, Georgia, I hope the performance and the Talk Like a Pirate Day media call goes really well. Thank you for your time on Sunday Brunch this morning.
Thanks so much for having me. Cheers.
That was Georgia Pike-Roney from Child Players ACT talking about the next community theatre show Pirates of Penzance, which is launching next week at the Belconnen Community Theatre Centre. Thank you so much for your